What's up, guys? I'm doing the laundry, I'm running a game engine, I'm drinking some yogurt, and let's start. So, what we're gonna need to do today is that we're gonna look at our checklist. So, if we go here, we have a checklist, and I'm gonna work on this one today. Make the pads colored meshes without textures. Okay, let's start. So, what we need to do, and why we're doing this, is because it's bloated to have textures on those pads, because they're basically just squares. So, let's go into our shaders and create a new shader. And first we're gonna copy this one. So MV fragment fragment colored, no, textured. And then we're gonna copy this to fragment colored.fs.glsl. And our color is just gonna have a color. It's not gonna care about textures. So what you do is that you do vec for our color one. Okay. Now another thing we need to adjust is that we need to go into the actor, and we need to the actor.age, and we're gonna need to add an unsigned int shader program. Okay, and then we're gonna need to go into the shader registry, and we need to rename some stuff. We need to rename this to shader textured. Okay, and we're gonna do fragment textured, and we're gonna copy this and do shader colored, no, colored unsigned int shader colored. And our actor is gonna have the textured one by default, so a shader program is equal to shader textured unsigned int shader textured. And we're gonna go down here, and now we actually want to do no, we're not gonna do this. Not gonna do this, not gonna do this, not gonna do this. Cool. And now we're gonna go into the actor pad, and this one will have a different texture, or a shader, I mean, and it's not gonna have a texture anymore, so let's remove that one. And we're not going to do the random thing anymore. We're not even using that. So a shader program is equal to shader colored. Cool. And now we're going to do extern int unsigned. No, extern signed int shader colored. Now we're gonna need to go into the scene, and we're gonna move around some code here. We don't want to do this up here anymore. We're gonna do this here. So yeah, now we're gonna need to change this to a shader, and we're also gonna need to do gil use program a shader program, and I misspelled this one. Shader program. Okay. Now Now there's one problem here. If one actor here would call bind vertex array 0, that actor screws the whole rendering flow up for the other actors. But let's not write bad actors, okay? And then that won't happen. So I think we're done. Maybe, I don't know. No, we have the text. We have some problems here. Okay, so the text is going to need to do this. Actually, the text is actually going to need to bind and unbind itself. And it's going to need to do use program shader texture, because the text is a texture. Okay, shader texture. And we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. And we're gonna need to move this one to here. Okay, so I think that's it. No, we have a problem in scene. Shader, oh. I'm doing the laundry, making a game engine. I'm drinking yogurt. A shader program. Make clean, make. It works. So now these are no longer they are no longer textures, okay? And you can actually see that it's no longer a texture because it doesn't even have a texture. So that's pretty cool. That's better for the performance. So we could probably try that by like if we changed a value here, let's say we do 40 divided by 245, like that would make them pink like that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, now we can do stuff like that because they are no longer textures. So we can do a lot more cooler stuff with them. But yeah, that was more like a performance thing. Like we can even remove the pad texture. Let's remove it. So we have removed the pad texture, so it's impossible for our program to use it. So there we go. There are no longer textures. So now we can mark this one as done. Yeah, so now we only have 1, 2, 3 points left, and then we're actually done with this game. And then I'm gonna do the other series where I make this game into an actual game engine that is reusable. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have an awesome day.